All the pitchers in baseball have a combined 8 outings where they struck out a batter on their changeup. Luis Castillo has 6 of those himself. How about that one? He struck out 9 while pitching a one-hit ball into the 8th inning, and Cincinnati beat the slumping Brewers 1-0. Now, here's the deal. He is, I forget his record. What's his record? He's 8-3 on the year, okay? But Cincinnati is 9-9 in the games that he has started. So Castillo could be. He is this year's Jake DeGrom. Cincinnati won for the 4th time in 5 games. Jesse Winker, Jesse the Body Winker, 3 for 3 and scored the only run on a Yasiel Puig single in the 1st inning. And Castillo, of course, he was winless in 3 previous starts against Milwaukee, but he was terrific. He had a no-hitter going before Keston Hiura singled with 1 out in the 7th, and he might have gone the distance, but they had a 69-minute rain delay with 2 out there in the 8th inning. Milwaukee dropped the last 3 games of a 4-game set. They haven't scored, as I said, 23 innings. Brandon Woodruff, good start. 7 hits, struck out 6, walked none in 6 innings, okay? I hear Andy walking around up there. Good morning, Beach Bump. Solid start by Woodruff. And Cincinnati, when you watch the Reds play, they lead the major leagues with 71 runs in the 1st inning this season. They recalled outfielder Josh Van Meter, better known as Johnny Vandermeer. That's what I call him. A 3rd time they recalled him from AAA. Amir Garrett was placed on the 10-day injured list. I thought Amir Garrett was going to become the closer on this team. So for the 3rd time, they promoted Van Meter. Ryan Braun didn't start. He got hit by a pitch in the 9th inning Wednesday. Also has a sore knee. He was trying to catch a foul ball on Tuesday, and he slid, sore knee. And Alex Wood is scheduled to begin a rehab assignment down in AAA on Saturday. And that's the outcome there. Good morning to the Donkey-Okie. Did I say that already? If I did, you're worth 2 good mornings. How about that one? You're worth it. Now, here's an announcement for you. Okay, listen carefully. Tentatively scheduled will be our first road trip of the year. And we will be in Toledo, Ohio. Toledo on July 27th. That's what it looks like for now. That's a Saturday. It's July 27th. There's a possibility that we may be in Chicago to see you on the 22nd, but we'll see, okay? In any event, keep in touch, 22nd, 23rd in Chicago, or the 20th. We'd love to have you guys come down. Believe me, we did this 2 years ago, and it's one of the best things ever. Meeting you, shaking hands, the whole deal. Buying lunch for everybody. It's just going to be great. Really great. 27th, all right? Unholy Toledo will be our maitre d', and he will, between me and Unholy Toledo, contact either one of us. But as soon as we have the details made official, we'll let you know. Jordan Lyles was throwing at Javier Baez. Now, he didn't hit him, but throw high and inside, and Madden went crazy. Got ejected for the 2nd time. But Chris Bryant tied a season high with 4 hits, including a 1st-inning home run in right field off of Lyles. And then the player that I talked about just the other day, Robel Garcia. That's right. Go back in our last podcast, and we told you that we're going to call up Robel Garcia way before anybody else told you. He finished double short of the cycle in his first major league start. Wilson Contreras drove in 3 runs. The Cubs moved back into a tie with Milwaukee for first place. 5 teams, once again, separated by 3.5 games. Jose Quintana, 3 runs, 6 hits, and 7 innings. And for the first time since April, he wins consecutive starts. How about that one, right? and he'll be involved in the worst trade in Major League Baseball history when Mr. Jimenez from the White Sox starts to do his thing. Kevin Newman had 2 hits. Josh Bell, Major League leading 81 RBIs with a sacrifice fly, but Pittsburgh still couldn't pull off that home sweep of the Cubs. Lyle surrendered a season high. He's not the same pitcher that he was earlier in the year. 7 runs, 10 hits. 8 of those 10 were extra bases. The Cubs have they're 8-15 in their last 23 games, and they had a 6-5 loss. Wednesday night, the Pirates rallied for 2 runs in the 9th against, guess who? Craig Kimbrell, right? So, look, Chicago responded, but that's not good. That's not good. Jason Hayward held out for the second day. He's got some back tightness. Keon Keela threw 29 pitches. He could really help this Pirate team. He could really help the Pirate team if he gets healthy. Phillies and the Braves. Now, for the first time since 1961, all 4 of the Braves starting infielders hit home runs. This, I'll tell you, do you like the home runs? Do we like home runs? Are we okay with the amount of home runs? Should there be more? Should there be less? Does the home run make the game more exciting, more interesting to watch? You tell me, right? You tell me. How much will Garcia play? Well, let's see. David Bodie got hit in the head yesterday, so we'll have to monitor his thing. But he'll play as long as he's hitting. You know Madden. If you're hitting, you stay in that lineup. No question about it. Atlanta kept hitting homers. They stretched their lead, and the Phillies just keep giving up the homers. Dansby Swanson hit 2 home runs, drove in 5 runs. Atlanta really came back from a first inning 4-run deficit to beat the Phillies on Thursday. Ozzie Albies, 3-run homer in the 3rd. So Atlanta hit 5 homers overall, giving them a combined 8 home runs in winning the final 2 games of a 3-game series against the Phillies. And the Phillies finished May with a 3-game lead in the National League East. Now they're in 3rd place with Atlanta and Washington moving ahead. The Phillies scored 4 runs, 6 hits in the first inning off of Mike Soroka. But the Braves came back against Zach Eflin. Now, Soroka, to his credit, didn't allow another run. So, look, you can look at the negative side with Soroka, but look at the positive side. He regrouped from a very long and very poorly pitched first innings. And after that, Brian Snitker said it might have been his best outing of the year. This, to me, shows a lot about Mike Soroka. A lot. Also shows me a lot about the Phillies pitchers. They've given up 150 home runs. That's the most in the National League. And the Braves have hit 140. They rank 3rd. So Freddie Freeman, Josh Donaldson with back-to-back homers. And there you go. Sean Rodriguez, that's Andy's boy, hit a pinch hit homer off Grant Dayton in the 6th. So Soroka was pulled before he could qualify for his 10th win. He allowed 4 runs, 9 hits, 2 walks, and 4 2/3. Got a 2.41 ERA going into the All-Star game. Minter got the win. And because Atlanta won't need a 5th starter until after the All-Star break, Bryce Wilson was sent back to AAA. And that takes care of that. So, look, every Brave infielder hit a home run. That's pretty cool. Now, the last time that happened, as I mentioned, 1961. All right, Unholy Toledo. Who were the last 4? This is a good one. The last 4 Brave infielders to hit home runs in the same game. 1961. Are you ready? Set, go. What? What? Money never sleeps, according to Gordon Gekko. Neither does Lenny. I sleep. I sleep when I'm standing up and doing podcasts. You should have seen me at the pool this week. By the way, you want to laugh? So I went from getting fired as pool monitor to being in charge of the whole pool. I don't know. But on the stupid side, as the pool monitor, I was getting paid. As an HOA in charge of the whole pool, I'm not getting paid. So I don't think I'm as smart as I think I am. Name the infielders. Matthews, Adcock. Those are two. All we need now is the second baseman and the shortstop. Shortstop you might get. Second baseman, here's the clue. Second baseman had a brother who also played in Major League Baseball. And the shortstop really made his mark with the Cincinnati Reds. Okay? So those are your clues. You got the first baseman and the third baseman, but you don't have the second and short. Okay? Shortstop made his mark with Cincinnati. Second baseman had a brother who also played. That's it, Frank Bowling. Not Johnny Logan. Frank Bowling had a brother named Milt Bowling who played, but it wasn't Johnny Logan. And, yeah, Logan was the starting. I would have guessed Johnny Logan, too. But it was a player. Wasn't Dennis. It was Roy McMillan. There you go. Unholy Toledo. Roy McMillan. So it was Adcock, Frank Bowling, Roy McMillan, Eddie Matthews. Nice going, guys. Nice going. The Dodgers' 60th victory with their ninth straight home win. Hun-Chin Roof, 6 scoreless innings, Cody Bellinger. And let me give kudos to the Kesinich team who outbid me. I mean, there are some parts of the expert community, if you want to call them that really come to light. Cody Bellinger, I wanted him at about $29. He went to $37. We had a bidding war, and I lost. I dropped out at 36. Only wanted to pay 30. But, yep, some of us had an idea that Bellinger was going to be the guy. Hun-Chin Roof, 3 hits, struck out 5, walked the season high 3. First Dodger starter to win a game since June 21st. That's when Walker Buehler struck out 16. So, 1 or no walks in his first 16 starts. How about that? Bellinger led off the 6th with a home run. Joined Reggie Jackson, Mark McGwire, Willie Mays as players 23 years or younger to hit 30 home runs before the All-Star game. Dinelson Lamet limited the Dodgers to 2 hits. Max Muncy had his 21st home run. But he missed, don't forget, he missed all last year with Tommy John surgery. I found out about Dinelson Lamet. We got a phone call, middle of the night. Craig Mish whispers to Andrea, the roto lady, get Dinelson Lamet. So we got him. And there you go. Franchi Cordero won't be back before September 1st. He's appeared in just 9 games this year, but he had that elbow injury, quad injury, the whole thing. And away we go. A.J. Pollock started a rehab assignment at Class A, and he'll join the team in Boston after the All-Star break, okay? The Dodgers have won 6 games on the 4th of July, so they got a winning streak. But on the negative side, Kenley Jansen, between 2015 and 2017 season, Kenley Jansen gave up 15 home runs. This year, he's allowed 19 already. Between 2018 and 19. 19. Over in St. Louis, they played Seattle. Tommy Edman, who had 27 home runs in about 530 games in college and the minors. He's got 3 home runs in his first 36 at-bats in the majors. And last night he hit one that gave the Cardinals a 9th inning lead. And he almost hit another home run. He barely missed a go-ahead home run. Barely. Matt Wieters, Dexter Fowler also homered. Wieters' solo shot. Fowler hit a 2-run homer. Ponce de Leon's first Major League win. Carlos Martinez worked the 9th for his 3rd save. Michael Wacha charged with 4 runs, 6 hits. De Leon allowed 1 base runner in 2 2/3. Andrew Miller came in as the effector in the 8th inning. And Carlos Martinez, this is what they're going with. Miller's the effector. Martinez is the closer. J.P. Crawford, Tim Beckham also homered for the Mariners. They have lost now 6